Shut it down.
The Obor ROC SCRAPER a good tire for you? This is my opinion and my experience that I've had with them. This has got 1,000 miles on it, ran at 5 psi. We'll go through what I think about them and show you some layouts of the tire, and then we'll do a little comparison to an industry standard tire for a 35-10-15 sticky tire. So I got 1,000 miles on these between roads, trails, and rocks, the type of ride that you guys see us do. My overall impression is that it's a good tire. It cleans out really well. It's got good sidewall bite. You run them with low air. They react. They do everything you want them to do in a tire. They're round, they hold air, right? So as they've gotten broken down more, I've noticed some things on them that, you know, some people might not pick up on, and what some people would pick up on. The tread is starting to come apart on my tire here, specifically in between the lugs. So right now in here, the tread is actually coming apart. It's in two pieces. So there and there's actually a line in between all these lugs, and they're starting to come apart. Sidewall, got a good little gash right here. So when you continue this, it's right down into the bead. I'd have to vulcanize it, which is no big deal. I've done enough of those. Handling on the road at a low tire pressure, which is 5 psi is what I run. These tires are really swaying, which has to say with any tire with low psi, it's going to act the same way. This Obor really shines with doing sidewall traction, in my opinion. It works well with the sidewall, and the treads clear out really well. It's handled pretty much everything I've thrown at it, and been fairly impressed with it. And it's, you know, it's a new tire. It's only been on the market about a year. I haven't seen anybody do a video on a review, or I haven't really seen too many with super high miles on the internet yet. But this is 1,000 miles on a sticky compound, and it's wore down to about a little less than quarter tread, I'd say. Chris is here with me. He runs the Obor ROC SCRAPER standard compound 35-10-15 with about 7-8 pounds of air in them at some of that point. His tires are about 85% tread. He's done the same obstacles we've done. He's got about 500 miles on them, and so when he's got about 1,000, they should have somewhere around 50-60% tread mark left on them. So they're obviously, standard compound lasts quite a bit longer. They've done this. I know some other people that have ran them, and they've been impressed, and they work well for them as well. End of the day, tires and the feeling of the tire and how it reacts is 100% driver opinion, and whatever the driver or operator feels is working for them and what works with them. So if you're going to go out and buy a Obor ROC SCRAPER, just keeping in mind that the standard compound, very similar trails, and the same trails that we ran on Chris's machine, which is a KRX cage, very similar weight, just standard suspension components though, where we have 1.5 inch forward arbs, high clearance. Chris is running OEM at this current moment, and with these tires he ran OEM setup. And 85% tread to pretty much quarter less tread. So what I would say is, if you're out just normal riding, going to Hatfield McCoy, having a good time, and sticking to green and blues, a black here and there maybe, just go ahead and I'd say buy the standard compound. That's my take on them. Type of riding that we do, sticky tires kind of a standard in the way that we ride. So if I was doing overland kind of a rig and just go out and ride and not bash all day long, standard compound 35-10-15 Obor ROC SCRAPER is what I would run. Like I said, I've been happy with them. They clean out really well in the mud. They get sidewall traction. They handle low air pressure really well. All in all, it's a good tire, but if you're just out trail run, like I said, standard compound is the way you want to go, in my opinion. Somebody's going to tell me I'm wrong, that you need sticky tires to handle the asphalt.
I'm going around a corner at 72, I need the sticky.
That's not true. But we're we're gonna compare them now to a Maxxis Rockzilla with the same mileage that's on these, and they came off Emily's machine. So we're gonna do a comparison to what everybody considers the industry standard of tires is the Maxxis Rockzilla sticky compound. ITP, Savage, and MRT make other sticky tires as well. But everybody, the public, I think, decides that the Rockzilla is definitely the #1 tire out there, or the industry standard for sticky. So we're gonna go out and we're gonna show and give a comparison between these two. Now Emily's machine, same situation, very similar weight machine. She has 1,000 miles on her Zillas, loves them, can't get enough of them. I don't know if she'll ever switch, but that's her. Tread depth is about the same, to be honest with you. The Zillas are definitely one of its own. It's a good tire, it's directional, where this is non-directional. So in my opinion, the non-directional, and just talking about it, is one up, because I can pull this off any side of the machine. I got a spare, I don't have to worry about it being on backwards or mounting them backwards. You just throw them on and go. So Obor's got that kind of figured out. These clear, like I said before, these clear out and have good sidewall traction better than a Rockzilla does, in my opinion. I got a lot of good sidewall traction. I use these quite a bit. Where Emily still has all of her little nubs on her traction sides. So the Obor, like I said, cleans out, got good sidewall traction. It heats up, it does its job. It does take a little bit longer to heat these up, I feel like, than the Zilla does. I feel like on certain obstacles I would spend an extra 15, 20, 30 seconds heating up my tires, to where Emily was going up it and she'd give it a little spin, a little bit of smoke, and she would just up and over it. The Zillas don't clean out well on mud, so if you're in mud, you're going to be tracking it with you, which is a downfall. But that's one of the downfalls of them. The other thing about the Obor that was a big thing that I wasn't too happy with was the way it contours around objects when you're on them. I didn't feel like you could get a very good feeling or a sense of where the machine was if you were backing up to get a little run on something. I don't feel like it was there like it is on a Zilla that's with 5 pounds in them. I've always ran 5 pounds, so wasn't really a pressure issue at that point. They're both good sticky tires. This is no shot at Maxxis, no shot at Obor. I'm not telling you what to buy or what to do with the tires. You go spend your money how you want to. But end of the day, good solid tire. Been happy with my year of performance on them. We're gonna go on, do a different tire for next year for sure. And if I can convince Emily, maybe she'll swap over, but probably not. She's gonna stay with the lucky train on the Zillas, and I'll be the one doing it. I will suggest though, if you are running sticky tires, when you buy 4 tires, buy 5. So you buy 5 tires, and I say that because sidewalls on these will just shred. Even on, well, it's more type of riding that you're doing, because Chris has got one that got vulcanized, right?
I haven't vulcanized it yet, but I got like 9 plugs in it.
Yeah, so you can shred it one, and my personal opinion is, if you're buying a full set of 4 tires, I always buy 5. Whether it's been Zillas, ROC SCRAPERs, whatever it's been, I always buy an extra tire because the type of riding that we're doing, and I have extra rims, so it's not a bad thing. If you're going to go out and spend the money on them, you can pick up. It doesn't have to be a beadlock, it doesn't have to be anything special. Just pick yourself up a rim on Marketplace, and if you're buying 4, just buy 5. I mean, that's the biggest thing I can tell you about tires is, it doesn't matter the manufacturer, it doesn't matter if it's 10 source or off-brand Tusk, it doesn't matter Tusk, anybody, you're gonna get holes in these tires when you're off-roading. So do yourself a favor, have a full-size spare available whenever you're out, and a good tire repair kit. So, but yeah, end of the day, the Obor performed happy for us, and on to something else. So if you got any questions, just drop them below, and probably not. See you later, bye.